Good afternoon, welcome to the garage. What you're looking at here is a basically complete Elizabeth horizontal single-acting steam engine from the book Building Model Steam Engines by Tubal Cain. And that's not the Tubal Cain on YouTube, this is a different guy. This is essentially complete now. I'm missing one component, which is a spring to hold the this is the valve face, right, this square block here. And it actually is held against the frame with a spring, and then there's a bolt that goes on here. I don't actually have any springs, so I need to always some springs. But that's the engine. So I've since we last spoke, I've added a grub screw onto the back here, which holds the flywheel onto the axle. And the reason I did that was because I didn't want to glue it, and I wanted to take it all apart. So that's why there's a grub screw there. And the other thing is you'll see here is this spigot. I actually use this. This is the original one I cut of these, which is slightly too short. What you can see here is essentially the same view. So that's the hole for the crankshaft or the crank axle pivot. That's the cylinder pivot, and then this here is the inlet and exhaust holes. So as this rotates, there's one hole inside the cylinder, which matches up with either the top or the bottom hole in the frame. So one of those has steam coming into it, and the other one lets steam out. So for example, this is steam in, and then it moves, and it's touching the other hole, steam out, it's back, steam in, swings around, steam out, and so on, in and out. But the original design doesn't have any provision at all for fixing a steam line in there. It just has these tiny little holes. And the rest of it is kind of left down to you to figure out. So what I decided to do was get a fairly substantial piece of 1/4-inch brass and cut that to length. And what I did is I actually drilled on the back face where the inlet port is. Arbitrarily said the inlet port is on top. I drilled straight down there to create a recess to allow me to slot in this spigot. And then just turn some features on here to grip some nylon or neoprene pipe to be able to attach it. I didn't braze that or anything. I just used the Loctite, a magic weapon here. Yes, Loctite 603. It seems to work. I actually had to take this because I decided to remake this frame because it was too short. I actually had to use the heat treatment to separate this crank axle bearing from this, and actually had to leave it on the gas hob for some time. So I'm fairly certain that the temperatures that this is going to experience aren't going to cause any issues with 603. Just need to put that spring on, which holds the valve face against the engine frame and a bolt, and then it's done. I don't actually have a boiler, a steam boiler. That will probably be the next project. Maybe this will be the next project, but basically this is going to run on compressed air initially, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll let you know.